Now, folks, you might be wondering to yourselves, why in the title of this stream does it say the GOP is ramping up its attacks on contraception? Why would it do that? Well, you see, because there is currently a secret war on the very concept of contraception. The GOP is deeply invested along a number of ideological axes, right? One of those being that they feel compelled by their most vocal and virulent constituents to attack and ban contraceptives. This is actually pretty heinous stuff. Any of the things you think about when you think about contraceptives, Plan B, the pill, women's like the copper rings, the Nuva rings, even condoms. They want to make all of those harder, if not impossible, to get your hands on. And they know it's unpopular. They know that as a whole, if you polled the entire United States regarding contraceptives, 90% of the United States, across ideological lines, are in favor of contraception, right? Plan B saved my butt so many times. Yeah. I know I'm about to sound like a total Twitch/internet noob here, but why do I keep getting completely random gifted subs to channels I've never heard of? I don't know, Ard Ryan. Can't give you a explanation on that. Gilead is their ultimate wish. Yeah. Their goal is to rob everyone of their autonomy because the ideology behind this push is fundamentally one that says if you are having sex outside of marriage, or even inside of marriage, you should be punished by being forced to have a child. That is they call it a natural consequence of having sex. They want to make sure that if you're having sex, there's a decent chance that you're going to get pregnant for a number of reasons. Both because they ideologically think that you should suffer and be pregnant and possibly die, but also because they believe that they need to create more and more workers. They need a larger workforce for the future. Well, I'm not just pulling out of my ass that they are currently attacking the concept of contraception. This reminds me of the Every Sperm is Sacred song. Circuit Overlord, it is that. It is the song Every Sperm is Sacred. If honestly, the end point of like this type of ideological thinking is masturbation should be illegal because you are spilling your seed. That seed that could be going towards getting a woman pregnant. Or even if you wanted to get even more extreme, every ovulation, every period that a woman gets that she's not pregnant during is a crime. Because that's just one more baby that was denied the ability to exist. It's that is the ideological end point, by the way. And if you think that that's kind of like, oh man, that's crazy, evangelical Christians religiously believe in a lot of those concepts. Believe that masturbation is a sin against God. Believe that, and there are some sects that do indeed believe that a woman or even a child who has gotten their period should be carrying babies at every available opportunity until they die. There are branches of Christianity that already practice these things, and they believe very much that their ideological beliefs, that their religious beliefs should be imposed on the rest of the country. This is what the Christian nationalists believe, people like Marjorie Taylor Greene. Now, they disagree on which type of Christian ideology should govern the United States, but this is the end point of their ideologies. Anyway, here's a piece from The Federalist. Greenlighting over-the-counter birth control, the FDA puts women's health last. This is just from a few days ago, chat. We're going to read through it. Along with O-pill, increased abortions, promiscuity, STDs, cancer, and support for sex trafficking are all approved and moving to market. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, approved the first over-the-counter hormonal contraceptive on the market last week. O-pill, a single synthetic hormone pill manufactured by Perrigo Company, is expected to be available for purchase at pharmacies, convenience stores, grocery stores, and online. Although the FDA states that the O-pill is not for use as an emergency contraception and does not prevent pregnancy after unprotected sex, progestin, the single synthetic hormone in O-pill, has two modes of action. It thickens cervical mucus to decrease the chances of sperm reaching the egg, but in some cases can also prevent implantation of a fertilized egg by thinning the uterine lining, subsequently acting as a chemical abortifacient? I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce that word. I can read it. Pronouncing it is hard. The Catholic Medical Association, a group of 2,600 healthcare professionals, issued a same-day press release expressing deep concern about the FDA's decision and deriding the organization's negligence. The what pill? The O-pill. Basically, the issue is they really don't want more contraceptives to be available to the general public. Again, this isn't because of any medical issue, right? Explicitly, religious organizations are coming out of the woodwork to express their deep concern. It's not impartial medical organizations. It's literally religiously backed organizations that are coming forward to object to these new contraceptive treatments. This shows a total lack of regard for a woman's health to offer a hormonal contraceptive available over the counter without medical supervision. Women should be seen by a physician to make sure a drug as potent as a birth control pill is safe for her to take. These women deserve authentic medical care. Yeah, bro. Look, Advil is really dangerous, okay, bro? Some people have died taking Advil, okay? Therefore, you need to make sure, you know what? You can't take any more Advil. No more painkillers. No more painkillers. Acetaminophen, throw that shit out. Ibuprofen, in the trash, okay? Because sometimes, if you take one of those, you could die. And you deserve medical care. You deserve honest-to-God medical care. But, they don't do that, do they? Weirdly enough, they only come out of the woodwork when it comes to contraceptives. Strange. Strange. Let's see. The O-pill side effects listed by the Catholic Medical Association are numerous and complicated. For example, the pill should not be taken by women who have underlying medical conditions, including breast cancer, certain liver diseases, unexplained uterine bleeding, or in conjunction with certain medications. Like most hormonal contraceptives, O-pill can lead to increased risk for breast lumps, ovarian cysts, depression, and various other issues. The pill is also ineffective if not taken at the same exact time each day. Whoa. You mean you have to be consistent with when you time your medication? That's wild. No one's ever done that before. No one's ever done that before. Rhizome, hello, welcome, lovelies. We're talking right now about the GOP's war on contraception. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome. For those of you who don't know, my name's Riverboat Jack. I talk about the news and politics, and yeah, we just got done being derailed by a transphobic chatter. So I gotta keep on task. But Rhizome, I hope you had a lovely stream. Thank you very much for the raid. I hope all you chatters get comfy. Hello, Vixen Lixen. Hello, Fellini Fiend. Hello, everybody. Hey, Glucy, Cascade Citra, Tropical, Bleak WMD. Hello, hello, Dither. Hello. San Evo, Squirrels on Film. Hi, how you doing? Welcome, everybody. And I hope you enjoy your stay. I really do. But I gotta get back into this. We're in the middle of a segment. So basically, they listed a bunch of things that like already exist for other, you know, like if somebody's on birth control, if a woman's on birth control, right? A lot of these same things apply to birth control. One of the side effects that the Catholic Medical Association listed was depression as one of the side effects that, you know, you really should be taking this while overseen by a doctor. I'm sorry. You think that like a lady should like go and take this birth control pill that's currently over the counter in the presence of a doctor in case she feels more depressed? Like, what is the doctor just gonna like chill at her house for a few weeks? Like, what are you expecting here? No, their end goal is not to ensure the safety of people taking this. Their end goal is to make sure people don't have access to contraceptives. According to the FDA's decisional memo, the FDA requires data-driven evidence that consumers can use a drug safely and effectively without physician oversight for a drug to drop prescription status. Ultimately, although consumer behavior data revealed very good customer comprehension, the percentage of participants with limited literacy was not as high as FDA requested. So this article, which by the way is written by someone who is against the idea of contraception. Just making that clear. They're saying, well, you know, the real issue with the FDA's approval of this is that they didn't find enough illiterate people to test the effectiveness of the drug. And it's just like, well, I don't know. I feel like literacy is maybe like almost a prerequisite for like taking drugs. You need to know what you're taking, right? I mean, I feel like if you're illiterate and you're taking ibuprofen, like that is also bad. If somebody's just like, here's a painkiller, and you don't know how to read and can't figure out how much to take, and you take like 20 doses of ibuprofen, you're also gonna have a bad time. Hey, Baked Dream and Zeta. Good night, Boiled Peanuts TV. We'll miss you. Get good sleep. Yeah, Benadryl. Yeah, 20 ibuprofen tablets. That will absolutely mess up your system or kill you. In Pathfinder lore, goblins fear literature because they feel that the written language steals thoughts from your mind and puts them on pages. That's why I don't read. You should see the way ibuprofen is controlled in Germany. As an American, that was the biggest culture shock. So since some Catholic group is against contraception, that means the GOP are against contraception. Well, you know, we'll continue. So this is just one of the pieces published by The Federalist, which is a conservative rag. Additionally, let's just take a look at this recent piece by Politico, GOP looks to spending fights for wins on abortion, trans care, and contraception. The Republicans' healthcare hopes are riding on the must-pass bills. So let's take a look at what's in this Politico article on contraception. Right? Let's see. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Let's see, where's the relevant part of this article? Ah, yes. Interesting. So here are a bunch of provisions that the GOP is trying to put in place, right? So, in a spending package that allots around $147 billion for schools, scholarships, workplace safety programs, public health departments, and scientific research, there are provisions that, and this is just a few of the things, eliminate funding for the ending of the HIV epidemic program. Eliminate funding for the Teen Pregnancy Prevention Program. Eliminate funding for the Title X family planning program. Bar Planned Parenthood from participating in any federally funded health program. You know, just to name a couple of the things that they're working on eliminating. Now you might be like, well, but Jack, that's one bill. Why? They must that's it. That's all they got. That's all they got. That's all they got. That's all they got. Yeah, but it's not though. It's not though. It's not though. Do 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 do. Ah, okay. Let's see here. Man, I have a long list of things here. Ah, here we go. Rights beginning at contraception. This is sponsored by Marie March, a Republican. It's a bill that provides that life begins at conception, and each person is accorded the same rights and protections guaranteed to all persons by the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of Virginia, and the laws of the Commonwealth, beginning at the moment of conception. Which essentially means anything that would interfere with the viability of a fetus following conception would be illegal. Morning after pill? Illegal. Anything that prevents a fertilized egg from attaching to the uterine wall? Illegal. Yes, of a cell before it's attached to the uterine wall. Yes. That's Virginia. That's the Republican Party of Virginia. We got we got a fair few more here, actually. Let's see. Oh, hey, Right to Life, recognizing that it begins at a conception. Sponsored by Amanda Chase, Republican. Recognizes that the right to life begins at conception. Bill specifically says at all stages of life, including the moment of fertilization. moment of cloning, or other moment at which an individual of the human species comes into being. Meaning that, yes, it would in fact become illegal to use certain forms of contraception. That is a blahage on the mic. It is indeed a blahage on the mic. In trans colors, no less. Or we can look at the Texas Healthcare Conscience Protection Act from Republican Tom Oliverson. A Republican, permits healthcare providers to refuse to provide certain medical services that violate their religious or moral beliefs. One such category, family planning, counseling, and referrals, and any other advice in connection with or procurement of contraception, sterilization, or abortion. Yes, this would indeed reduce access to abortion in the state of Texas. Pushed by the GOP, by the way. Interesting. Republicans are also trying to outlaw no-fault divorce. Yep. Let's see. Oh, hey, guess what? In 2022, Louisiana Republicans advanced a bill to grant constitutional rights to a person from the moment of fertilization. So, you know. Well, that outlaws a number of different contraceptive interventions, doesn't it? Very similar things happening in Tennessee, in Virginia, as we've already said. Arizona has a similar legislation passed, actually. Much of this legislation, by the way, threatens the use of IUDs, which means women can't have devices implanted in their uteruses or tubes to prevent implantation of fertilized embryos. There are a whole lot of knock-on effects, folks. In 2022, Governor Kemp of Georgia, who is a Republican, was caught on audio. There's a recording of him saying that he was open to the idea of banning contraceptives outright. Just straight up, let's ban it. Time to ban it. Hot mic, Brian Kemp open to banning.
I gotta ask, in my Constitution class, we're talking about how...
Oh God, X.
In my Constitution class, we're talking about how...
X not gonna give it to you. Really? You gonna do me like this?
Like the Dobbs decision went back to the states. During that, can you...
Okay, well, you'll take my word on it. The quote is, you could take up pretty much anything. I think I'd have to check and see because there are a lot of legalities. And he would consider banning it depending on where the legislatures are during the next session. Cool stuff. Oh, but the GOP isn't trying to ban contraceptives. They would never try to ban contraception. That's crazy, bro. That's silly. That's just what GOP lawmakers would... Idaho lawmakers could restrict emergency contraceptives if Roe overturns. This is from last year. And Roe has been overturned, and well, Curious. Or, Republicans would never, ever say that contraceptives should be banned. Oh, wait. Michigan Attorney General candidate says Plan B is like fentanyl and should be banned. Where's Gruntcore at? Gruntcore earlier in the chat was saying, oh, but the GOP, what? You're just using one Catholic group to say that the GOP is launching a war on contraception. Well, I wasn't just using that one group, was I? I was just using it as an example of why there is such a widespread push to ban contraception. But that's just a couple of states. It's not like every conservative Mississippi governor doesn't rule out banning contraception if Roe falls from last year. Please explain how it's like fentanyl. Well, clearly, if women can have sex, it's like getting high off of fentanyl. Yeah, you want to hear more about that story?
I saw you on War Room last night. It's legal.
Yeah, there's
Oh my god. You know what? Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do to get this audio.
Yeah, it's really great.
We're just gonna rip the video live.
a state representative from North.
Nope. Download video.
I saw you on.
Here's the audio.
I saw you on. I saw you on.
Are you fucking kidding me? All right. We'll try this. We'll try this again. Holy shit.
I saw you on War Room last night.
Yeah,
that was
good
great.
to see you.
Man.
Yeah, Matt DeFerno.
Yeah, it's really great. You're sworn tutor all the way, right?
Yeah.
That's really great to hear. Yeah. Now I gotta ask.
Really? The video doesn't even. This is so bananas. Okay. Even the Twitter video downloader isn't able to download it. That's insane. God, Twitter is so bad now. Like ridiculously bad. Elmo has rate-limited video bitrate. Oh, that's right, isn't it? There are multiple pastors and megachurches saying it's time to repeal women's suffrage of the 19th Amendment. Yeah, 100%. They don't think women should be able to vote. They don't think women should be able to work. They don't think women should be able to go out of the house with shoes on. In 2022, by the way, just as another aspect of this attack on abortion care, federal court ruling may prevent Texas teens from getting birth control without parental permission. Because as a parent, you have the fundamental right to control your children until they turn 18. Just my goodness. I wonder where that Gruntcore character went. Gruntcore kept saying some shit. about how this wasn't a problem. The GOP has launched an unprecedented attack on abortion rights. Literally, you have groups like, or organizations like Catholic Review writing articles about why over-the-counter birth control is dangerous. Oh, it's dangerous to women and girls. Oh, goddamn. The birth control. They're gonna have sex, and then they won't get pregnant. Oh, the horror of them not getting pregnant as a result of sex. Laptop is gonna die soon. I'm sorry. The horror, though. Ridiculous. The fall of Roe opened the door to the attack on abortion. Because conservatives don't just want to... obviously, the attack on abortion. Conservatives, though, aren't content with just taking away your abortion rights. They won't stop until they've also taken away your contraceptive rights. One of the things Planned Parenthood does is make contraceptives available to the general public in a way that many, many people would not be able to get a hold of them if it were not for Planned Parenthood. Condoms are made available at Planned Parenthood. A lot of people who are poor, well, they would just forego condoms if not for Planned Parenthood. This is why attacks on Planned Parenthood aren't just attacks on abortion care. They're also attacks on a wide variety of public health services, like cancer screening, as well as contraceptive care. These people want to take away the basic right of an American to be able to have sex without having a child. They are theocrats. They are broken, and I would say theocratic nationalism is about a quarter of a step away from outright fascism. Can you show me the conservatives who are trying to take away contraception? Well, Gruntcore, I just went through about a dozen states that are working towards that, Gruntcore. So if you would like to see that, I direct you to the Idaho lawmakers who openly talk about removing contraceptive rights. I would urge you to maybe listen to some of the Republican attorney generals who have made numerous statements over the last year or so talking about targeting contraception. I would maybe refer you to the governors, the Republican governors, who have talked about wanting to get rid of certain forms of contraception, like Plan B. I would refer you to a number of the state-level legislative efforts to outlaw or restrict certain forms of contraception. I feel like I have been very clear and have just listed off an astounding number of cases during which, or under a number of cases where Republicans are trying to strip women and men of their contraceptive rights. GOP Michigan Attorney General nominee Matt DePerno. Mississippi Governor Tate Reeves. Idaho lawmakers. Let's list off a couple of the Idaho lawmakers. Okay? List off a couple of those. Representative Brent Crane. Let's see. Do we have a couple more here? I bet we do. Ah, yes. Idaho lawmakers passed a trigger law in 2020 that would criminalize most abortions if the 1973 decision is overturned, which it was. And guess what? That trigger law went into effect, and also they're trying to ban contraceptives using the House State Affairs Committee as the vehicle to do so, which is run by the Conservative Party in the state of Idaho. Texas has restricted contraceptive rights in a number of ways. From ruling that parents have complete control over the medication their children take, including contraceptive medication. They also are cutting funding for all forms of contraceptives in the state with their new budget. Again, like, do I need to continue? Like, I just listed like several states. Additionally, you have personhood bills in I think 5 or 6 different states that restrict access to contraceptive care. So I don't know. It's a problem, and the fact that you don't think it's a problem is really weird to me. Just no cummies for anyone? True. That's the technical term for it, yes. This hurts to hear. It hurts to hear, but I think what we need to remember and keep in mind is that while it hurts to hear, it is desperately important for us to hear it. You know? While it hurts to hear, we need to be aware of this attack, and we need to get that information out to as many people as possible. Because remember, I opened this segment by talking about how 90% of Americans across ideological lines support contraception as a right for each and every American. And that being the case, my hope is that the more people know that the conservative political position is banning contraception, my hope is that more people will be mobilized to turn out and vote against those people, against those representatives, against those congresspeople. Get them out. Get them all out. Yeah, exactly, Snuggle Kitten. It's wildly unpopular, but I have seen polling recently that indicates most people in America are completely unaware that the GOP has been attacking contraceptive rights. They are deeply, deeply unaware that the GOP is going after this immensely popular concept. And part of our like attack against conservatives in our government needs to be framing the conversation around them wanting to strip people of their contraceptive rights. Deeply, deeply important. Democrats need to go hard against this when running for election. Fear as tactics is good when it's beating fascism. Yes. Yes. And it's not just fear, but anger, I think. I think people should be angry about this. You should be angry that Republicans don't want you to have sex. You should be angry that Republicans are not just trying to stop you from having sex. They are distinctly trying to make you suffer for having sex. The party of small government. I say that with the greatest degree of venom that I can muster. wants to be in your bedroom, monitoring you in your most intimate moments. They want to make sure that you are either suffering or making a baby. There's no in between. There is no in between. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you guys a video. It's a bit risque, but it's a new ad that is coming out regarding this very topic.
Do you have a condom?
Yeah. Sorry, you can't use those.
What are you talking about? Who are you?
I'm your Republican congressman. Now that we're in charge, we're banning birth control.
This is our decision, not yours. Get out of our bedroom.
I won the last election. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just gonna watch and make sure you don't do anything illegal.
Like, you might think that that seems a bit extreme, but that's what they want. That's what they want to do. They want to sit and watch and make sure you are either suffering or making a baby. This is reality reflected back at you. That ad goes hard, pun intended. It does go hard, pun intended. Just, I need you all to know that this is real, this is serious, and like, not only are Republicans coming after transgender healthcare rights for all ages of trans people, not only is the GOP trying to outlaw abortion, they are also trying to make sure that they insert themselves into your personal sex lives. They want to make sure that when you go to Bonetown, they're along for the ride. And I think that's pretty fucking disgusting.